What's good, y'all? I'm getting straight into it. I'm going to show you how to get branding inspiration by leveraging ChatGPT when you're creating new visual assets, a logo, anything visual in regards to the branding realm. I'm going to show you how to get inspiration for that pretty effectively using ChatGPT. Now, what I've done is I put the doc together here that has 10 different concepts that we're going to go through together to show you how this works. So ChatGPT can help you in a slew of ways, from brainstorming names to color schemes and more. I'm going to walk you through this, and then below I'll drop the prompts in the description so you can use these for your own business. So for example, let's talk about brainstorming names. Now, if you're starting from scratch, you need a name for your brand. You can describe your product, service, or idea, and they can generate a list of potential names for you. So I'm going to show you the prompt that I would put in here. So let's say we have a plumbing business. So I have a plumbing business in South Florida. We provide residential plumbing to clients. I need to create a catchy name for the business, and I would like to incorporate palm trees and a friendly demeanor. Now, we can also add a few other things. Let's also include a mission statement, sentiment, and overall friendly tone. Now I'm going to be specific. Please provide 5 to 7 name concepts. Okay. So you want to be descriptive as possible, so that way the AI can pull in data from what you're providing and give you some really great names. So we have Palm Plum Paradise, we've got a mission statement, and we have a sentiment. We have Palm Flow Friends. And so it's going to create these concepts and brainstorm these names for me. Now, one thing that I like to do is provide the AI with more information for it to make an informed decision. So I actually put the doc together called General Info, which is a general doc that I'll pull from to prompt the AI properly. So I'll provide a little bit of information about my agency, a little bit of information on myself, and I'll create these initial prompts that'll help me be more descriptive when it's coming up with these concepts. So as you can see, we've got 7 here. Palm Shore Friendly Plumbing. I like that one. Friendly flow under palms, palm tree drains and mains. So as you can see, we've got some content here. So for now, let's go with number 7. Now let's say we need to make some more creative concepts here. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to say color schemes. Okay. So I'm going to say we're going to go with number 7. We'd like to evoke a feeling of friendliness for our residential clientele. Whoops, can't spell. Let's create a 2 to 3 color palette. Okay. Now it's going to create a color palette. So I'm kind of walking you through these questions just to give you ideas and concepts in regards to how this brand could look, to get your brain flowing and get these ideas generated so that you can leverage these. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to create a color palette for me. For a friendly and residential feel, you'll want a color palette that's both warm and inviting with a touch of the tropics to connect to the South Florida vibe. Here's a proposed color palette. So we have turquoise sea, warm sand, and palm green. With these colors, you'd have the freshness and vitality of the turquoise sea and palm green combined with the warmth and approachability of warm sand. This is pretty great. So what I can actually do is I can pull up coolers here and I can kind of see what these colors look like. So let's go ahead and just do a general, start the generator. It's going to pull up just a random color palette here. And then I can go in and I can actually pull these hex codes. So let's go ahead and pull this hex code. And let's change this here. Move my big old head. There we go. Okay, I like that. Nice, warm, not too outlandish, right? Looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this and I'm going to delete this. And then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to say, okay, let's pop in this warm sand, see what that looks like. And again, this is to get ideas and general concepts for your branding. Okay, it's not the end all be all, but you can use and leverage this to really get close to what you're looking for in regards to that design. That's a pretty nice color palette. The green maybe is a little bit offset, but again, these are all in the same kind of realm, warm, beachy colors that have a consistent tone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with logo ideas. So I'm going to say, now, can you come up with 2 to 3 logo ideas based on the above? Keep in mind, we want to have a very clean, minimalistic look and feel. So I provide that. You can get more descriptive, and you can get descriptive as you want, y'all. It really depends on your preference and what you're looking for. Okay, here we go. So in regards to the logo design, we have a dual tone horizon, which is a simplified horizon view where the top half is a turquoise sea, color representing the ocean, and the bottom half is the warm sand, color depicting the shore, which is pretty cool. So again, it's creating these concepts. Now, I'll create an additional video on how to take this into Midjourney to get visual concepts for like a stylescape or a style guide, but we'll save that for the next video. I just want to walk you through this process of how we can leverage this to brainstorm names, ideas, logos, concepts, all in one fell swoop. So it's providing me with some concepts here, which are great. Awesome. Now let's come up with a tagline, right? So let's say now, let's come up with a tagline. A few caveats. Make it punchy, short, and potentially no more than 7 words. Let's create 3 to 7 concepts we could use for our brand, and then we'll put the name here because we already chose it. And again, when you're using ChatGPT, it's pulling data from your earlier messages. So the more information you get of it, the better. Now, side note, there's also a setting here under settings where you can actually add pre-existing information here within the platform. So you can go into your menu here and hit custom instructions, and you can actually put in detailed instructions for your ChatGPT account and how you want ChatGPT to respond. Now, this is a more detailed, more nuanced training, so I don't want to provide that in this video. I want to keep this very streamlined, but this is another option for you. Again, side note, I'm using ChatGPT 4. You can do a lot of this with 3.5, but 4 is the most relevant and will provide the most detailed information up until November of last year. So here we go. We got some taglines: where palms meet pipes, tropical touch, trusted plumbing, palm perfect plumbing solutions, serenity in every service, sunny smiles, sure services, palm shore promise, no leaks, just peace, under the palms, above the rest. So not amazing, but not terrible, right? We can really get these more specific and detailed as we go on. I kind of like palm perfect plumbing. I kind of like this: tropical touch, trusted plumbing. Let's say I like this. Can you create 3 to 5 more versions based on it? So again, you can do this and keep going until you get what you're looking for specific to your brand. So we've done logo, we've done the tagline. Now we can also create brand voice and messaging. So as you can see, I've got my notes here. I'll share this in the description so you can go through this step by step and walk through that process. So as you can see, it provided some more taglines here. Now let's go ahead and create the brand voice and messaging. Now let's create brand voice and messaging. Be sure to include, let's put values, mission, target audience, target audience. Let's also put in there, let's also put their overall tone. So we'll keep it basic. Now we push enter, and it's going to push all this info in real time. So as you can see, I always try to define the specific things I'm looking for when I'm getting more descriptive in the prompt. As you can see, be sure to include values, mission, target audience, overall tone, You can see the values being created here. We can see the mission here to blend the warmth of the tropics with the precision of plumbing, delivering dependable and friendly solutions that enhance the homes of our South Florida neighbors. So as you can see, initially when I wanted to incorporate this palm tree look and feel, it's putting that and ingraining that in everything in regards to the brand. We also have our target audience segmented into 4 types: residents, eco-conscious individuals, right? Because when you're thinking about palm trees, you're thinking about green, you're thinking about health, prosperity, growth. We have community builders and we have quality seekers. So it's pulling all this data in and giving us some really great content to work with. Again, this is not the end all be all. This is really great to get the brain going, to get the mind flowing, to get your team excited about the ongoing brand that you're working on. So we've done that. Now, research, right? So if you're curious about successful branding strategies in a particular industry, we can ask ChatGPT this. So now I'm going to say, now, can you provide some great branding strategies in the plumbing space for residential customers? 2 to 3 would be perfect. Now, because I want to be kind to the AI and avoid Skynet, I'm going to go ahead and put thank you. All right, let's let that load up. Again, so while that loads, I do want to talk about these last kind of options here that we added. We also have competitor analysis. We have brand inspiration boards, feedback, historical and cultural references, trend insights. I mean, this is pretty much the blueprint for the entire scope of a brand. And this is going to help you develop all these great ideas and concepts that'll help get your creative juices flowing. So as you can see, we've got Hope Wellness Workshops. This is the concept and this is the implementation. We also have a neighborly loyalty program. So let's go through the first one. Host free monthly home wellness workshops, either online or in local community centers. The workshop will cover like basic plumbing maintenance, recognizing potential issues, and eco-friendly plumbing practices. I love Home Depot, and sometimes I take my kids to the quick little crafts and things that they have on the weekend. So this could be a great way to get ingrained in the local community. Really great idea. Another one is a loyalty program where you can point and redeem these on services later on. You have eco-friendly home advantage. Palm Shore is a champion of sustainable plumbing solutions, again, incorporating that palm tree look and feel. Green certification, educative content, partnerships. I mean, really great ideas here. Really awesome concepts. I'll put this all in a doc too so you all can view it as well, if that's helpful. So as you can see, got some ideas here. Now we're going to go into competitive analysis. This I like to do on a more granular way, but let's go ahead and try it in ChatGPT. So what we could do is find essentially some competitors. So what you might want to do, though, is incorporate Chat or Bard into this, because Bard pulls data up until today. So what I'm going to say is plumbers in Atlanta, right? Let's just do an example. Okay, we've got one here. We've got Morningside Plumbing. And let me go back here. And we've got these 3. So I'm just going to pull these 3. And now I'm going to actually open up Bard. Bard is another AI tool that we can use. The great thing about Bard is it pulls data from right now. ChatGPT only goes up to about November of last year. Bard is up until today. Okay, so I switched to Bard mainly because it pulls data up until today. And what I did was I added a question here. My question was, can you provide an overview of their branding strategies as of the last update and how our plumbing company might differentiate? And I have Morningside Plumbing, Fix and Flow Plumbing, and Mr. Rooter. And it's pulled that data, and this is what it provided. So Morningside Plumbing, their branding is centered around their commitment to provide quality plumbing services to their customers. Their logo is simple and straightforward. The company's name and a drop of water. Their website is also clean and easy to navigate and provides clear information about the company's services and pricing. And if you go here, show you an example, Morningside Plumbing, whoops. Go here. All that data is relevant based on what it provided. So if I click the website, as you can see, logo's pretty simple. Website's very simple, very approachable. I mean, listen, it's not the most beautiful, but it's a job done, right? So that's the main thing that matters here. And then also Fix and Flow, branding is more modern and playful. Their logo features a stylized wrench and a drop of water, and the website is full of bright colors and fun graphics. So it's just giving me an overview of that. Mr. Rooter, which is a more descriptive website, also has a different details and specific content here as well. There are a number of ways that your plumbing company could differentiate itself. And here you go. Focus on specific niche. offer unique services, right? So 24/7 emergency plumbing services. So tons and tons of ideas and concepts, y'all, to get this ball rolling. Now, going back to our document, we've done all of these, and now we're on brand inspiration boards. ChatGPT can't create anything visually, but they could suggest elements and themes that we might want to include in the design and visuals. So, for example, for brand inspiration board, let's go ahead and do this. We're creating our branding and visual assets. Can you provide some ideas on iconography, visual asset design, and styles for our collateral for branding? Okay, let's do it. All right, so once that pops up, it's going to give us some ideas and concepts that we can use. So iconography, palm silhouette, which could be a minimalist palm tree silhouette used as a primary or secondary icon. We have a pipe and wrench, which is a stylized pipe intertwined with a wrench in the form of an infinity symbol that can represent ongoing commitment. Water drop. So again, this could give us a list of icons or ideas that we could use in that site design. Now, I do want to say the more descriptive and detailed you are in the prompts that you create, the more specific to your brand it will be. If you put in generic prompts, you're going to get generic answers. So because we've prefaced this with so many questions regarding the brand, we're building up more and more. We're giving the AI more data and more information that it can leverage to create these visual ideas and assets. So hand-drawn elements, I love that. We could have a hand-drawn illustration for this. Photography style could be high-quality images that evoke warmth and friendliness. Collateral branding, it's got the list here of vehicle wraps, brochures and flyers, business cards. I mean, y'all, this is everything that you need to build a brand. I mean, this is insane. We've been using these tools for probably the last 6 to 7 months, and it's helped us exponentially grow and develop our skill set with a smaller team, I'm telling you. So that's all those details here that is provided. Now, what we can also do is we can do feedback. We can do historical and cultural references, and then we can do trend insights. So I'm going to go through these and then I'll wrap this up. I know this is a longer video, but I wanted to show you in real time how this process works. So feedback, we can also provide feedback or details specific to the brand to help heighten and increase the details of this brand. If we're looking for like historical or cultural themes, we can tie those in, how we mentioned the palm tree and the details there. And then lastly, we can talk about trend insights. We can actually get the ideas and concepts around trends that might be relevant or inspire a fresh take. So I'm going to use this, but I'm going to use Bard because remember, it has the most relevant information. So let me take this. I'm going to go ahead and read this again. I'm just going to copy this and bring it here into Bard and say, this, can you provide trend insights in the residential plumbing industry on the East Coast? I'm going to say, please provide insights into what was trending up to this date, which might still be relevant or inspire a fresh take. Now I'm going to push enter and let Bard give me the data. So while this loads up, just to reiterate, ChatGPT gives you data up until about November last year. Again, ChatGPT has a free version, which is 3.5, and they have a paid version, which is 4, which is $20 a month, which in my opinion is a complete steal. You should be on it already. Bard is completely free and pulls data up until today. So here are some trend insights in the industry. Up until September 19, 2023, y'all. This is today, as you can see on my calendar here. So touchless plumbing. This is touchless plumbing fixtures such as faucets and toilets. These have been gaining popularity in the recent years. So this could be a specific service or maybe a premium service that you can offer your customers. You also have smart plumbing. So many people have smart homes. Smart plumbing devices such as leak detectors and water shutoff valves are becoming popular. Water conservation, that's great and actually goes in line with our mission and brand because of the palm trees, because of the green, because of the vegetation that we want to save. We're in line with that water conservation, and that's something we can incorporate. There's also aging infrastructure. So these are all ideas and things that you can take and incorporate into your brand that you're creating. So there you have it, y'all. We literally went through all of these questions. I'm going to post this doc and all the information that we went through here so that you can start to run your brands and ideas through this. This is going to help you grow and develop your brand. I hope this was helpful. If it was, drop a comment below. Peace, y'all.